So that's the original ontological source of the Supreme Purush and the Supreme Para Prakriti, Srimati Radhika, experiencing in two forms. And when we meditate on Kam Gayatri is a meditation on Radha Krishna at the center of the lotus in Yoga Pit. The center of the lotus, first a few petals, and the petals themselves are expanding out in fractal states from few multiplying out. And the Sakis are there. So we sing this verse by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, which is, this bhajan is a meditation on the Kam Gayatri, which is itself a meditation on the original ontological source of all existence. And that song is Aji Jamuna Pulene Kadamba Kanani Kiherinu Sakyaja. Now, oh Saki, what have I seen? In that divine Jamuna, there is a beautiful lotus petal. The beautiful lotus with many petals. And in the middle of that lotus, Asto Dhalo Pari Shiradha Srihadi Asta Saki Parijana. In the pericarp of that lotus, Sri Radha and Sri Hari, Hari Hi Nirguna Sakshat, Purusha Prakriti. That Sri Hari is dancing with Srimati Radhika, surrounded by the Astasakis who are Sugita Nartane Sabasaki Gane Tusi Che Jugaladhana. The 8 Sakis are playing musical instruments, singing, Sugita, singing, Nartana, dancing, playing instruments. Thus they are Tusi Che Jugaladan, satisfying the divine couple. That's why they're described. Gurudev made it simpler for us. Instead of saying divine moieties, he says the divine couple. So the Sakis are pleasing that divine couple, the Radha Krishna conjugal, Jugal Kishore. That's why we sing Radha Krishna Pranamor Jugala Kishore. They are eternally youthful. Once Gurudev was asked, what is your favorite name? He said Kishori, eternal youth. Everyone is the fountain of, you want to find the fountain of eternal youth? That is in that Vrindavan Dham, the fountain of eternal youth. And that's why in this same commentary of Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, it says, those who are Jnani Bhaktas, those who are even other levels of Bhaktas, they enter Vaikuntha Loka, Dwarka Dham. But those who are the servants of the maids of the Braj, he uses that word, those who are following in the footsteps of the spiritual cowherd maidens of Braj, they enter that eternal Golok Dham and they can participate in that Ras Leela under the shelter and the servants of Srimati Radhika. So that's why in this world, the manifestation of that Ras Leela in the spiritual world is Sankirtan Ras in this world. That's why the highest type of bhakti is. That's why it's said in Rup Goswami's Bhajanera Madhya Shrestha Navavida Bhakti. Navavida Bhakti, 9 limbs of bhakti, is the best of bhajan. But of those 9 limbs, Tara Madhya Sarva Shrestha Nam Sankirtan. By performing Nama Sankirtan, very quickly you can achieve Sri Krishna and Sri Krishna Loka. So that's why Sankirtan is so important. We're trying to do it to the best of our capacity. We're limited, but still, we're playing instruments. Prabhupada would say, at least clap your hands, because that's playing one instrument. He says, Prabhupada would say, clap your hands, all your karma will change. All your negative karma and your lands in your hands can change. Playing on mridanga also.
So another thing Gurudev would share about that Arupa Prem Tattva Radharani is that the smallest iteration of that internal Swarup Shakti is Paramantik Shraddha.
Jai Ho. Jai Ho. Okay, I'll just repeat that. Paramartik Shraddha, or real spiritual faith that is firm, not weak, that is the smallest particle of prem, love, which is coming from Srimati Radhika. It's the form of Srimati Radhika is that prem. That's why when we bathe in in Radha Kund, it is described to be bathing in Srimati Radhika's prem. And so it's said, if you want to, Prabhupada would say this, and Gurudev would say this, you want to get prem, you should go and the whole day sit up to your neck in Radha Kund and chant Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraj. 12 hours, 18 hours. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said, I will do a vow. I will chant and pray to Radhika. If I don't realize Kam Gayatri, I'll give up my life. So Radhika herself explained Kam Gayatri to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So if we want to immerse ourselves in prem, take shelter of that Radha Kund. But really, through sadhu sangha, then we can achieve everything. Should we stop? Let's say these 4 verses. I wanted to try to get up to Anandamaya. So, Heyatva Vachanachcha. Heyatva Vachanachcha. The scriptures say, In no place in the scriptures does it say that you should abandon one Brahman to achieve another Brahman or enter service another Brahman. Swapyat, he merges into himself, therefore he is complete and whole. Om Purnamada Purnam. Gati Samanyat, all the scriptures are in harmony, describing that it is ultimately that one. Shrutavachta, it is heard that he is Anandamayo Bhyasat. He is full of abundant bliss, his essential nature is bliss. The Jiva, and that is separate from the Jiva Tattva, that is the Ishvara Tattva. The Jiva, the only way of experiencing that Ananda is by entering that Nirgun Tattva. Tam bhajam nirguno bhavet. Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.